Bap,
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 bap.
bap.
Welcome all and have a seat. Join Jaka and me, Skylar, for a Christmas Bap.
Where we round up the year with a recap of anime we liked and hated, with some special mentions sprinkled on top.
Oh, 2024 was a crazy year, right?
Unbelievable year of goods, bads, highs, lows, craziness, political nightmares, war, fun, animation, movies,
But
love.
what we're well, what we're gonna get into today is none of those. We're gonna talk about anime.
Yes, we are. Anime. Although we do have one little thing we should probably talk about in the IRL.
So you want to say that now or save that for later?
Ooh, it's a little special. You have to stick to the end to find out the surprise. Ooh.
Stick with the episode. There's a special surprise inside.
Like a Christmas stocking, it's an orange. But
Uh,
let's talk about some anime.
let's talk about some anime. So I will start out with one of my favorite this year and also awarded IGN's Best Anime of the Year, Frieren, Beyond Journey's End.
You love that little elf.
I love it so much. It's so heartfelt. There's so much heart. I swear. It's such a good show. It's such a good show. I even started getting the manga and started reading those. I did make the mistake of bringing those to Thanksgiving with family. I tried to start reading it and then realized that I was about to cry, so I had to stop because it's such a good story.
It is, I will admit, very well animated, good, solid sub and dub crew. Can't fault it, to be honest. I understand why it won the award.
I swear it's just so heartfelt though. Like the story of an elf past the hero's party defeating the main bad. Like it's because elves live so long, and she didn't realize that 10 years to a human means so much. But it's so hard to put into words. I swear, it's just so good. Highly recommend it. One of the best shows I have ever seen. It is easily in my top 10 now, if
That's
not top 5.
high praise for a an anime that came out this year.
Yeah, can't recommend it enough.
Well, I mean, one of my favorites this year, as we all love a good, well, not an isekai, but let's say a overpowered character, solo leveling, great show.
Ooh.
Maybe a little angsty at times.
I mean, yeah, it definitely turns angsty. I guess that's an interesting take, though. Would you consider it an isekai? Because I feel like, I mean, what like several episodes in, like it's not really a spoiler. It's not like an ending thing, but it's like he does die.
Well, yeah, I mean, he can only go to these worlds. Like he can go through portals.
Still living his same life.
Yeah, he goes into a game world.
Well, yeah, yeah, I could kind of see that. Wow,
I
that's
don't
kind of
know.
like
Is it an isekai? That's a thing we'll have to look into.
an isekai in the same world because you get reborn and he levels himself up. Yeah, that's an interesting take.
Mm.
I do kind of like that.
Any more from should we say the released in 2024 start of anything good?
Start of, I would like to say, I mean, I did try to get into the wrong way to use healing magic, just because that was more so I was excited because that was the first one that I actually read the manga for and then actually saw in real time as it was getting produced and then put into a show, that I was excited for it. And it turns out it wasn't really a lot to rave about. It was okay. It was still
Yeah, I
fun.
remember that was one with the guy. It's an isekai, if I remember correctly.
Yes, isekai of like so the character is one of a very few that can use healing magic, and he turns into a battle mage. His mentor turns
Oh
him.
yeah, with that blue bear.
Yeah,
That
he
was
saves a
weird.
bear after his mentor throws him into the woods as a survival crash course, if you will, after crashing after into the woods to be like just here go survive.
He accidentally was brought to the world. The other two were the actual heroes. He was just like, "Hi, why am I here?"
I'm
Because they were helped.
accidentally as yeah, accidentally in the magic circle as they got isekai'd. He was just kind of a bonus get, but he was very appreciated by his mentor because
Bonus get like a double prize at a claw machine.
yeah, it's the main character is a freebie.
I will say I'm surprised it's not a longer title as well. Just
What? Because it's one of the one that I liked.
yeah, just like the one way to use healing magic, I became the strongest battle mage of the empire or some crap. If it's not a paragraph, I'm surprised you like it.
I
Speaking
mean,
of Isekais, though, we got Moonlit Fantasy Season 2 came out as well.
ooh, I honestly that's been such a fun watch. I was really surprised by this one.
It is getting a lot more story. Obviously, with all stories, we know it's the One Punch Man, Superman like syndrome. When your character's super strong, what do you do? Because you can only show the world reacting to it, or just let him destroy everything.
That's one of my favorite tropes, though. It's not like man versus man, man versus uh, what's it? Man versus like animals. It's world versus man, and that's one of my favorite story tropes. Is like the fact that you're so interesting and you've got so much going on that it's not that the story is focused around you specifically. It's focused on the people reacting to you. I find that
Well,
super
they
fun.
this one I feel like does toe the line of world building, but also main characters in there still. You get to, and he still levels up as well, like still getting more power. Obviously, you do see a lot more of the world he's in and his allies, which I kind of like because the allies aren't very annoying in this anime. I can actually put up with them. They're not overly yelling or
Yeah, it was a little
clingy.
heavy-handed at the start, just very clingy, like dragon, like
I
very
think that's good though. It's
tsundere, like
evolving the characters.
yeah, that's true too. But it's also like he gets a lot of responsibility because the story is that he's isekai'd in, but he's ugly. And
He's the child of two former heroes
yes.
who promised him, or the goddess took him and hated his face. So sent him to the edge of the world to live because with the horrendous monsters, and he's supposed to save the world.
Oh, that's right. And also, he cannot speak the common language, so he has to
Yeah.
befriend monsters. And eventually, he makes a pocket dimension where he lives by himself, and eventually, he gets so powerful that his pocket dimension can actually house an entire society of
Is that an
monsters.
isekai in an isekai?
It's a world within a world within a world.
Look at the world. We're going deep.
But no, that one was definitely a sleeper for me. I really wasn't expecting it to get even better with season two. I really enjoyed that one.
Hoping for a season 3.
Yeah, no, that's it's been really fun so far. I want to talk about Mashal.
We have to talk about Marshall.
So magic and muscles. It's Harry Potter, but he doesn't have magic, and also he's a musclehead, meathead. What would you call that?
Musclehead. Yeah, that's a good point. What do
Yeah,
you
he's
call it?
got no brains. His brains are replaced by cream puffs
It's Harry Potter if he didn't have magic and instead of living under a staircase, he lifted the staircase every day.
every single day.
It's surprisingly entertaining though. The
Honestly,
with
it's
the
so ridiculous.
learning about why he's the way he is and why the enemy's after
Well, it's
like
the world
him.
versus him again. It's that kind of story trope because the world is a world where if you don't have magic, you are killed as a child. That's basically it. And he wasn't, and he survived by doing push-ups.
Well, that and his grandpa, who was a one striper, I think was it the
Yeah.
weakest level.
Hmm.
I love how in the first series the guy who's sent to kill him somehow becomes his guardian as well, and he's still looking after him because he's now fated to like hold in. But now that his secret's out in this season, they're still rooting for him. I'm confused why he's so for this guy.
Yeah,
Maybe because he punched his magic away or something.
something. I think he's just feeling responsible at this point.
He's got two dads.
Basically, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, thinking though about reincarnation and magic, I want to talk about reincarnated as a slime season 3.
Ooh, it's so much more political. Yeah, it's so much more political this season. It's more world building, which I kind of understand, and it's almost as if I'm playing a game of Civilization.
Oh yeah, which to me is probably the worst thing it could be because I'm getting bored. I skip talk scenes and in games, and I wanted to skip scenes in this anime. Still good. You can tell they spent probably a lot of budget on the last season for the fights, and this was more. I know that people said as well in the comments, not in obviously Crunchyroll because they deleted those, but in the forum, someone said you need to see this season for them to get to the next. Like it builds up from here. This is the
Mm.
we're gonna have to world build and political build and figure out where they're going from here. It's some good bits. Don't get me wrong. I love the labyrinth they built and how quick it was built as well.
Yeah, and the Colosseum, the fact that he's making this festival to introduce his kingdom to the rest of society at large. It's really cool to see the world. Like I'm all about just like world building in general, and he's making the world as he sees fit, as kind of like a fantasy utopia where monsters
Knowing
and
the
humans live together.
knowing the manga though, knowing what kind of like some spoilers for the future, I can't wait to see your reaction to it when the next
Ooh.
seasons come out because it kicks off in a way that no one can see coming. You see
Oh,
anything else
interesting.
though? Any more kind of isekais or magic
Uh,
this year?
uh, Magic show. I want to talk about the unwanted adventurer. That one was really cool. That one kind of took me by surprise personally. It's the story of an adventurer who stumbles across a break in the wall in a very well documented and mapped out dungeon. He crawls through this crack and finds a completely new section, but also gets blasted by a dragon and wakes up as a skeleton.
Classic trope.
Classic.
Classic trope.
So he has to survive and then make his way back into society. And it turns out that one of his best friends just happens to be sympathetic towards monster evolution. Uh, that was really cool. Honestly, it was a really interesting take on an I would call it an isekai. He did die. He's living back in the same
Does isekai
world
mean
again.
die or does it mean another world? I
I
always
think
forget.
honestly it might be
Is
another
it another
world.
life? Because you have to die to go to being reincarnated.
Well, it says transported or reincarnated. The word isekai means different world.
Oof. So I mean, I mean, we're really walking the line of isekai
It's
slash adventure.
yeah, it's a very genre. It's definitely its own genre, but I feel like it leads itself to being similar to an isekai in that he is reborn.
Very. I remember it being a good show. Bit maybe fan servicey at times with the his two female companions, his old
Oh
friend, and
yeah.
what he meets, but still a surprisingly good show.
Right, yeah, I do like how like it tackles the challenges of him being a monster and trying to reintegrate into society and what those
Whilst
challenges
hiding the
mean.
fact he's a monster.
Yeah, though he's kind of overcome that near the end of the season, so the stakes aren't quite as high, but it does allow for more character development and character growth, and by that I mean he can get stronger. Uh, so
Yeah,
it's
definitely season two watch. I think when it comes out, I'd like to
mm,
see where they take the story. If they take the story, I should say.
yeah, for sure.
But speaking about monsters, Kaiju number 8. Holy shit!
That was an amazing show drop. Like I cannot believe how good that show is.
I someone talked about it and I was like, wait, what's this? And then Crunchyroll released the advert and I was like, okay, Kaiju. I kind of understand it. I was unprepared for what it was really. I was like, okay. This is kind of like Parasite, like monster and human hybrid almost.
Yeah.
Parasite, the anime, not the TV show. The family
Oh,
living in the basement.
yeah. No,
the it was really good. I enjoyed it. I mean,
it's a rallying cry for. It's a rallying cry for those in their 30s. Thank you. It is. We are not done yet. We are not old. We can live a second life as kaiju if we damn well please.
yeah. To be honest, if a kaiju would like to give me special powers, that'd be great. My knees are exploding. Uh, my back hurts. I'm old. I'm tired.
Oh my
But no,
gosh.
definitely worth a watch. And I'm hoping for a season two.
Oh, certainly. Yeah, I think it was so well received that I would be surprised if there wasn't, honestly. I'll move on to Windbreaker. Really enjoyed that one myself. It's an interesting take on a high school story.
Yeah, almost. It was kind of weird. I was getting kind of flashbacks to school fights in my in my life.
I never got into fights at school, so this is kind of like an unlived fantasy on my part. But like action sequences were so good; they were so well done, and it's got heart. The story's got heart. The main character just wants to fight, but he finds his heart.
I also like the fact that like they've almost got honor between the fights. They're not just fighting. Like some of them won't fight if someone's knocked out, which obviously other people don't like.
Hmm.
But you kind of see that they're all troubled kids, really. Just, I mean, where are the parents is my biggest question.
Ooh, yeah, that's a
They don't really
good
touch on where
plot
the
hole.
adults and the police as well. What the
Yeah,
hell is going
because
on with the
it's
police?
up to the high school students to protect the town from other high school students.
I, I I remember when you said you wanted to watch this one, and I was like, okay, it's not really something we'd usually watch. I mean, I like fighting anime, like boxing and like yeah, Hajime no Ippo and all this I've watched before. But it looked, I thought it was a school life one for a moment, and then they started beating each other apart. Oh, okay, all right, let's see what's going on here.
It's good action and it's got heart, honestly. It really grew on me. I did not know what to expect when I first went into it 'cause I just thought it looked neat. The animation quality is fantastic though. And honestly, the fight scenes are worth the watch as well.
Well, if you want to talk about good animation and also some kind of questionable animation. Reincarnated of a Seven Prince, so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability. That's right, it's a long name one.
Seventh
Isekai,
Prince. Yeah, it's oh my gosh.
crazy animation, insane story. A little bit weird with the main character. I
Now,
don't
is
know how
it
you would call it.
he's too young to have the kind of animation close-ups that they have.
Yeah, the clothes
It
are a bit
gets
odd.
questionable. Yeah, and at the end of the season, he's naked, but covered in like a slime thing, which
Oh
is
yeah,
also
that did
his
happen.
clothes. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
weird,
it's a
but the story,
weird.
yeah, don't know if I'd recommend it. The animation's great. He's an overpowered main character if you're into watching those, but he's probably too young.
Yeah, definitely too young. But again, there are plot points for a reason for him being his age. He needs, like, he has an entourage of people who look after him because he is young and they're like ridiculously OP. But that last fight scene between him and the main evil, and yeah, just he's so OP, but not OP because he's just powerful, because he's just insane and wants to learn magic. Like he's Harry Potter on drugs.
No, he's an obsessed. Oh, what would you call that? No, he's just complete. He's just completely obsessed with magic and the systems of magic to the point where it is unhealthy. Like that is all
Oh
he
yeah.
ever thinks about, and he
Even in
just
fights, he's thinking about magic when he shouldn't be.
yeah. No, he's not fighting. The demons are his playthings.
Mm. Which I think it was kind of fun though, because when the demons do their magic and then he's like, "Do it more. I want to learn more." They're like, "Go away. You're weird."
You can't kill me. I can't die due to magic. And he's like, watch me.
I think it was just like a nice different take kind of thing. It felt, I don't know how to explain it. Like it didn't feel overly. He's OP, but because he's trying to learn the magic, like he wants to learn. Like the fight scenes got to drag out a bit more, which usually can be bad. But the way they did this, it was entertaining to watch.
Because he's just constantly learning new things. And by doing that, increases his abilities and makes the fights more interesting. Yeah, it's a good watch, but it just gets a little weird with how young he is and some of the animation style choices.
Yeah, I'm sure the manga was just like it. They were just following it, but maybe they could have. Maybe a supervisor could have gone. Maybe not that scene.
Give me a
We
little
could
time
forget.
skip, please.
Yeah,
Make
we
him a
can skip.
little, just a little bit older, please.
Yeah.
It's a little weird, but yeah. So you're talking about good anime. I want to talk about a bad
Oh
anime.
no! Oh, don't you
Yeah,
dare!
I'm gonna bring it up. Failure Frame. I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low-level
Perfect,
spells.
perfect name, by the way, for what it is.
Failure.
It's.
It's actually terrible, and I could not stop wanting to watch it. I don't recommend it.
I have been dragged kicking and screaming through that anime. I felt my brain cells die.
It's
It was
so
awful.
angsty. It's a little too rapey because
Way too rapey.
every main character woman in that show literally is saved by the main character. Yeah, it's bad. I mean I couldn't stop watching it though. I wanted to know what happened next because it was like watching a train wreck. The CG is terrible.
And
Uh
random. Just so random.
like usually CG is used in like large fight scenes where you've got a lot of things happening on screen and it's difficult to animate. But no, this happened to spot over to a CG scene where it's just the main character speaking
Oh,
sometimes. It was just bad.
what about the weird kind of Michael Bay 85 cuts, but it went animation, CGI, animation, CGI, CGI, animation, CGI. What? It's like they didn't finish the project and had AI fill in the blanks. I swear to God.
It's probably a good take, honestly. I feel like that's probably what happened. So, I would also like to mention another really long name show that's actually pretty good. The Asa newbie adventurer, trained to death by the most powerful party, became invincible.
Oh yes,
These
this is
babes are
the one with
great.
the big he's trained by the hero party, is that right? He's like
It's like S tier level party that he again another rallying cry for those in their 30s decided to stop being a clerk at a local adventuring guild, decided to start training, and then was seen for his potential. Trained for about 2 years and became one of the most OP characters. Uh, he died multiple times during his training and was resurrected by the what was it? The ogre?
yeah, the ogre can heal.
Hmm.
The vampire lady is magic.
And just completely unhinged.
The elf guy has weapons and I believe also does magic. And then the other elf, is like his maid, but he's also super strong, fast runner,
And
and
also a love
obviously in love.
interest.
Obviously in love with him.
Oh, obviously. It's got a heart. He doesn't realize how powerful he is,
If I remember
but
correctly, you got
eventually he
mad in it.
learns.
You were
I
getting
did.
mad.
I was getting so mad because he was just putting himself down and self-deprecating and not realizing how powerful he actually is. There was another show like that. I don't know if we wrote that one down, but yeah,
Oh
it
yeah,
it
we should. I don't know where that one is. Maybe it wasn't on this list, but the I parry everything.
oh yeah.
Yes, another one that drove you absolute insane because the character did not know how powerful they are, but very funny, very worth a watch.
Yeah. I don't think he ever actually learned how powerful he was, even at the end of the series.
No,
Uh,
he still thought he was just like helped out. He parried a dragon and an army at
an
one point.
entire army.
And not let's not forget that he also parried the biggest weapon ever fired. And
Oh
he
yeah,
landed on. Do you remember when he
the size
landed
of
on
a
the king?
locomotive. Yeah. Yeah.
And the king was like, "Don't kill me." He's like, "Who are you? Can you guys stop fighting?" he was he was so weird. It was so weird, and a really sad beginning story. Really, when you
Y-
realize they were all trying to help him, but he's not. If just one of them had said, "You know, you're quite powerful," at any point during his life,
At any point, and even up until the end of the season, nobody says it. And that bothers the hell out of me, but it's such a good show. He doesn't know how powerful he is. That's his
if he
power.
did know, yeah, if he did know, it would all go away. I can only turn invisible when no one's looking. I did want to quickly just mention I haven't been able to see it all because the brain rot was too much. My dear friend Nokatan, you may know it from the thousands of TikTok clips of the song of the Deer Girl. It's insane. It reminds me of just hundreds of animes where it's just the weirdest shit going on. It's just weird. Definitely watch it when you've got nothing else to do.
Yeah,
You need
I think
full concentration to let your brain die. It's
yeah.
impressive.
Just let it melt out of your ears. I think I watched just one episode with you, and it was weird.
It was
I
hard watch,
tried.
wasn't it? It was a
I
hard watch.
tried. Yeah. She's like the leader of a club now. centered around deer, and she's the only deer, so you get to take care of me as you're the only other club member. It's weird.
It
I
was,
wanna I
but
wanna watch it. It's got such a following, but it's difficult. It's not my usual kind of watch. I wanna like it.
it is it's a hard watch. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But it's you actually had a new anime come out this month, if I believe it's one you've been looking forward to for a while.
Are you talking about Shangri-La Frontier Season 2?
I wasn't actually, but let's talk about Shangri-La then.
One of my favorite shows to come out just in general. Season 1 came out, I think was it not earlier this year?
It may have been end of last year into this
Oh,
year. I can't really.
yeah.
I just remember it be going. I can't believe a second season's coming out already. So it
Yeah, it
has to be
was
within the last year.
so
We're
quick.
not
Yeah,
very good at remembering dates.
no. Season 2 is just as fantastic as the first season. Like, the Weathermon fight at the end of the first season, fantastic. But
Oh,
season 2 just brings it right on back. I am in this world, I love it so much, and I want to know more about the lore of this game that they're playing. It's so rich.
they can take. It's like World of Warcraft. Like it's just it could go on for stories forever. Like Guild Wars. If it's it, the best thing about this anime, they can keep it going. They could literally bring DLC to the anime and just keep it going.
Well, just like this season as well, they could bring in some other games to kind of spice it up. Like they brought in the
That was a good twist. The robot game
mhm.
coming in because he got sick of playing the game because he couldn't wear his robot army. I was like, all right, this is like the anime is falling off for me now. Like I don't care about another guy. I want to see more of it. But the way they used it, kind of like a reboot of him enjoying the game and coming up with ideas, I was like, okay, I see what they're doing. It's not because they used all their the money for the Weathermon fight, which may have been a little true. Let's be honest.
I mean, they
That
did go hard. They
I
went
would
so
love
hard.
to
It was
know the
so good.
price of that animation because it was
Ooh,
insane. I've still
yeah,
got to make that my background at one point. That fight, it's insane.
so
Um,
good.
Speaking of new though, Gundam. Uh, I always get this wrong. Requiem for Vengeance. Is that correct?
Requiem for Vengeance.
That's
Yeah.
it. I always say it wrong somehow. CGI Netflix anime about the first Gundam meeting the Azaku and fighting made it into almost a horror,
Yeah.
like
It,
chasing them down. And like, I mean, obviously, if you know Gundam, you kind of know a little bit of stories, but you'd never seen anything like this before when I made you watch it.
no, no. I'd gotten into Gundam just a little bit when I was a kid, but I'd never followed the rest of anything. So it was really interesting to see this. You said it was like a prequel, right?
Again, it's been a long time since I've watched the original Gundams, but the way this is doing, it's like middle of war. The Earth Defense People Federation are on the defensive. They're being pushed by the the space dwellers, shall we say?
Hmm.
And then they've finally got Gundams now, and they've got beam weapons, and they're basically unstoppable killing machines.
With these red eyes that just pierce through
Oh,
the night.
when
Oh,
it walked through with the fire and the Zaku's, all the people were staring at it, and they were just like, "What is that?" And it was silent. Just the fire and the heavy hitting of the feet metal in the earth. It was it was reminded me of the first Jurassic Park and Aliens, where you didn't really see the monster a lot, but when they
ooh,
revealed it, it was a big moment because
yeah.
they just heard about like things were dying, no one knew what was going on, and then it just came out of nowhere, and they were like, "What is that?"
It's killing everyone.
And still killing everyone, and now it's chasing us.
Yeah.
But definitely, I was so glad. I was, not knowing it was coming out, I was pleasantly surprised. I've seen it in the Japanese and English. Nothing really. I mean, it's both good. I mean, sometimes the CGI in the faces is a little off.
Yeah, the animation on people was a little bit odd and felt very robotic sometimes.
It may have been a time thing. It could have just been maybe they didn't have. We're not there yet for CGI to face it. It's kind of like that. When you watch a Halo cutscene, sometimes the
Oh,
faces are a little off.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
still it's a good. It was a good show. I enjoyed it. Anytime I get to see Gundams killing each other, I'm all down for it.
It was it was a fun watch, I'll
if
give you
if
that.
someone out there wants to remake Extra Large Robot as a new anime with that style, I'd be super happy for that. That's an old TV show.
Megas XLR?
It's a cartoon.
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
like it's this guy who has a car as the head on this giant alien robot. You got
Ooh. Okay, yeah, that's bringing back memories. Okay.
yeah. Oh, I don't know why I love that show.
Hi, Juice.
But the one I meant for you though about an anime I know you've been looking forward to, maybe the last season I believe, Beastars.
Oh, yeah, what's releasing right now is, Beastars Season 3 Part 1, if I'm not
Oh, it's part
mistaken. There's going to
one.
be another part released, as far as I'm aware. There's gonna be some more being released here soon. But yeah, Season 3 so far is just living up to the hype of what I've been looking for. It's been fantastic. I need to keep watching it for sure, but I don't want to like binge it. I want to savor it. So
But
I
you gotta
haven't
watch
watched
out for
any more than what we
spoilers.
just watched together. Yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah.
It's hard to watch an anime in 2024 without spoilers on some sort of social media. I know people are just excited to talk about it, but the days of waiting till you went to school or work or just to meet your friends on the weekend has gone. It is now. If you don't see it now, someone will spoil it.
Yeah. So I gotta
FOMO
get
is
on it.
real.
Yeah. I gotta get on it. I've been looking forward to it for so long though. I want to savor it, and so I've been trying to watch it slowly and piece by piece. Um, yeah, I'm definitely excited and loving what I've seen so far, though.
From what I've watched with you, I you know, still it's Beastars. It
So,
hasn't lost or gained anything, as in animation's still exactly the same.
yep.
Storytelling's great, perfect.
And it's doing some more world building, which I really like too.
You know, we have to talk about it because it came out of for me for nowhere. I don't know if you knew it was coming, but dan 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 dan
Dun, dun, dun,
dan
dun,
dan
dun,
dan
dun, 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 dun.
dan da dan da 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 dan
It's not
out of
Bobobo.
nowhere. I have no idea where this came from. I
It's
had
left
no idea it
field,
was
just
coming.
like everything that happens in this show. It all came out of left field.
I'm sure if we have listeners, someone out there knows more than anime than us. Obviously, people have been doing podcasts and talking about anime since the dawn of anime. But this was not on my radar. I'd never even heard of it, and it's insane. It's
Completely.
insane. The people who made this have to be on drugs.
Probably. I mean, the animation it reminds me very much of like Fooly Cooly at times
Exactly,
with how
exactly what I was
frantic
thinking.
and weird and sketch like sometimes it
It,
becomes.
it's Fooly Cooly animation with Excel Saga storytelling, which if you haven't seen Excel Saga, it's insane. With bits of Dead Leaves and Redline in it, and they're doing those kind of funny things where they're doing other animations from other TV shows. Like we saw
Uh,
them running naked down the hall, and one of them's
ugh,
running like the Titans from
yeah.
Attack on Titan. I was like, what is going on? They had a Godzilla reference in one of the episodes
Oh my gosh.
because it was the 70th. By the way, it was the 70th anniversary. Uh,
Oh,
and it's amazing,
it's really good.
and I'm
It's
super
so weird.
invested into this story now.
Yeah, me too. I just they're kind of like they're too dumb to realize that they like each other.
Oh, another one.
Yeah.
But I think that kind of works because I do. You can see that they are learning it though. They're not
Yeah.
dragging it out. The fact that they're getting jealous a little bit, and yeah, I mean, let's be honest, they've been in situations now at this point where if they're not dating, they need to talk about it seriously because everyone in the school thinks they are.
Yeah, they yeah. Yeah. They've
And
seen each
Turbo
other naked.
Granny,
Such a
Good,
weird
good,
character.
good character. I mean,
So
weird, but
weird.
really fun. And I
Yeah.
can't remember the other character they brought in, the pink-haired girl
Mhm.
with her kind of like spiritual. I thought that episode was really good. I was really. I did not know that was that the way they were going to take that, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Touching story. It does have its moments, but it's also really weird sometimes. Really good show. It's very
Oh,
anime. I wouldn't watch it with your parents
it's
around.
oh yeah. Oh, this will be that anime where your parent walks in at the wrong time, and you'll be like, "No, go leave."
Though if it's 10 to 10, it's not there's I don't know if
And
there is
then
a right time, honestly.
that is true. Yeah,
Yeah.
any moment is bad.
It's so fun though. It's such a fun watch.
Do you
Uh
want to?
so
Do you want to round up with a film we actually saw at the cinema?
yeah, would you call it an anime? Would you call it an anime?
Well, yeah, it's literally it's the animated feature film. I suppose
Ah,
technically, I mean, Pompoko was an anime, and it was a film. I mean, it's animated. Is Pokemon the movie an anime? It's a
it's
cartoon.
anime is
It's also
usually inferred to have come from Japan.
Japan. That's true. All right, so maybe Western anime. Was it Western though? I don't know who made this. I know Peter
I,
Jackson worked on it. If you haven't figured it out, by the way, we're talking about Lord of the Rings: War of the Rohirrim.
well, regardless of where it came from, one of the things that came out this year that I really enjoyed. I honestly just love Tolkien, just in general, and just to see more come out from it. Granted, it's not a story that was very heavy hitting. It wasn't making the grandest waves. It wasn't a life-changing experience, but it increased the lore of Lord of the Rings and
The Tolkien universe.
the Tolkien universe. Yeah.
I
There were
have
some
seen this film before. I swear to God. I swear to God, the deja vu was hitting me left and right as much as that faux hammer was. I swear to God. It's so. I have seen this story before, probably in an anime or in a book or one of the hundreds of thousands of films that have existed, because this isn't a new story. It's Mulan.
I
Woman can't
mean,
fight. Basic story.
a woman can't fight, fights anyway,
Yeah,
saves the
basically wins.
day. Yeah.
Spoilers, by the way.
I
The only reason
yeah.
to go see this film in the cinema is it an AMC for the insane popcorn bucket slash drink flagon that they had,
Yeah,
which I
where
spent
the
about $200 on these things for the amount of we bought
thank you.
for family members and ourselves, of course. But how big is that hammer again?
About 3 feet long.
3 feet. You can pass popcorn in that cinema to 4 seats away. That's insane. And how many people were in the cinema? Do you think this was second day release? By the way, Friday.
Yeah, it was about 10.
10 people, but it was an early showing. I'll give you that. Not really
Well,
what you'd call,
it was 6:30
people.
p.m.
People just finishing work. They're not going to go. Usually 9, I would say, is the bigger seller. 9 to later on when kids are in bed. Although
It
this is
wasn't
probably a
packed
kids.
at all. Yeah, no.
10 people in this.
And I think Warner Brothers came out and said, or is it no, New Line Cinema came out and said that yeah, this we kind of phoned it in just because we needed to hold on to the rights for Tolkien.
Jesus, that's not a
Y-
good. That's not a
yeah.
good phrase.
So like the animation quality is not great. Some of the people looked like they were moving like they were
There was some CGI
animatronics.
in this. Yeah.
Yeah, some CGI. It was okay though. I didn't have a lot of complaints. Just the movement of people in dialogue scenes was the worst bit.
There is there is something about a show that you know is going to be meh. But if you like a universe and you want them to continue making films or shows in that universe, you have to watch the okay with the bad with the great. This was okay. It wasn't the best hitting thing from Lord of the Rings, but it wasn't the worst either. I mean, some of those Hobbit scenes were terrible.
Yeah.
Yep, there. So you don't even watch the original trilogy of Hobbits. You watch the smash cut a fan made to remove all the crap they shoved into it.
Yeah, it's a fan edit. It's a whole community by a group called Maple Films. They cut out the love triangle. They cut out the bumbling barrel scenes, which were poorly CGI'd. They cut out the necromancer. They follow the original story of The Hobbit, following Bilbo and the dwarves. I will stand by
Makes it a 4-hour film as well. So much easier to watch.
it.
I mean, if you like Lord of the Rings, and if you like a good, just classic, I would say almost Disney-like film, the way like the story beats happen, it's good.
Story beats, but it's pretty graphic from what I
Oh no,
remember.
it's a follow. Kids shouldn't watch this. A lot of people
It's,
died.
somehow it's rated PG-13 here in the States, but
It's animation. They don't
we
really count
favor we favor violence over sexual themes, I guess.
that.
But
But
yeah,
I think
no.
that was 2024. I think, and we may have missed some, and we apologize if we did.
Mhm.
There has been, I mean, even the ones we've talked about, we have missed some out that we have on our list, and the list is heavy, and I'm sure we've missed some. We're not going
Mhm.
to hit manga releases, obviously, because
Ooh.
there is someone out there who is doing that, and they have. I bow my head to them. Whoever keeps these lists. Just interrupting here for a quick message from the Game Club Pod for Podmas. Merry Christmas, y'all.
It's Podmas Christmas time. 30 days, Podmas is here. Podmas is here. Welcome to my friendly game club where everyone is welcome. The podcast where we share, we play, we run and sing. Well, we don't run, but we do sing.
Hey kids, are you looking for a new favourite fortnightly video game review podcast?
Then boy howdy have we got the show for you.
We take a different game every 2 weeks and we review them just like a book club.
You can find us on all good podcasting platforms.
And some of the sketchy ones too.
Simply search for the Game Club podcast and join the club today.
Podmas. Now that we've rounded up 2024 shows, are there any special mentions that you've seen this year that you'd like to go over?
Oh, there's one definitely. I made you on my recent trip to the United States to see you for Thanksgiving. I made you watch the Studio Ghibli film Pompoko in the theater. I think there was like 4 people who saw that, and 2 of us was you and me.
Yeah, actually there were another 2 that walked in halfway through. It was a mom and her child, and as soon as they saw the raccoons,
Yeah, how the raccoons
It-
transform is not PG-13.
no, they walked out not like 20 minutes later.
It's
have
Studio Ghibli's Animals of Farthing Wood / Watership Down. It's environmental in the way as in what the theme is you should be saving the environment, and
the urban crawl.
how Tokyo and Japan destroyed, well, not destroyed, but industrialized the land. But at the same
Yeah.
time, the raccoons and foxes and everything changed shape. I mean, let's be honest, with testicles. Testicles were involved. We saw a lot of them.
Yeah.
So
Yes, we did.
I remember, but you cannot. I mean, you know those adverts for Mastercard when it's like, for everything else, there's Mastercard. Those moments are priceless. You seeing on the big screen the transforming raccoons in the testicles, I looked to you because I'd seen the film obviously before, but you had a face of awe and horror.
It was a mixture of both. That was it's slight amazement and disgust and awe and horror. It was
I'm taking that to my grave. It's the happiest thing I've ever seen.
a sight to behold. It was a
You were
fun
just like,
film.
why? Why?
Why? But also it was a fun watch. I recommend it. Very heavy-handed on the environmental messaging, but still,
Well,
it's a Studio
you got to
Ghibli
remember
film.
the era it was released as well. This is one of the like originals.
Oh, okay.
So like, this isn't a new film. This is an old film. It's actually the English dub, if I remember, had some good actors in it as well. I was surprised. Also,
I,
I forgot the Rohirrim film as well. The main actor who played the father, Helm Hammerhand, I believe his
mhm.
name is. He's in loads of things I love. He's in Super Troopers. He's in Sharp for a bit as well, which I
Oh
think
yeah.
is great because he's in Sharp, who Sharp was Boromir, and I'm like, it's all one universe.
Oh my gosh.
And
The English cast for Pompoko included. Oh gosh, no, I can't find anybody right now.
your your
I
computer
pulled.
screen just lit you up like a ghost. By the way, you just disappeared. It was like wiped you off the screen.
I'm trying to find. Oh yeah, J.K. Simmons. There we
J.K.
go.
Simmons. Can you imagine
Yep.
approaching J.K. Simmons with that film? Just-
Yep. John DiMaggio, Clancy Brown. Yeah, I remember hearing Mr. Krabs in there. Yeah. Lots
oh
of
yeah.
good voice actors. I mean, as a Studio Ghibli film does, everybody wants a chance to jump on those.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think it's if you were a voice actor for anything, if you didn't have one of those films, like, have you lived?
Right.
What
Oh
about
my
yourself
gosh.
though? Any
I
special mentions?
A couple I was really surprised by, and I'd like to get you to watch is 8686. I believe that was on
Oh,
Netflix. That was a surprisingly dark, but also very emotional watch. It's effectively there's like an other class of people that pilot what they call drones, and what society understands as them just being robots, but they're actual people that pilot these machines. And they're fighting this hive mind and just keeping the rest of society safe. And it follows the soldiers and this chain of command where the upper echelon of society realizes that, yeah, no, these are just other people, but they're just othered. And they don't exist as citizens, and their only purpose is to be cannon fodder against. And it follows the story of those soldiers. It is a depressing watch. It's
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. It's depressing.
You want me
It's
to watch this, by the way? Yeah.
I
Yeah, you started
eventually,
this.
not right now, but eventually. It's such a good story, though. I do recommend it. I did also get into Demon Slayer season 3. I know you won't watch it, but the fight scenes in this season are phenomenal.
I will give you that Demon Slayer is a great anime. It's got good story, good fight scenes. The only problem is that two of the characters who you mainly follow are some of the annoying people. Like I know they're just nailing the voice. I'm sure that this is what they were like and how they were written, but they just grate on me. Like if you were to take a cheese grater, rub it over my tongue, and put lemon on it, I'd rather enjoy that than hearing their goddamn voices one more time. You can tone it down a bit with the yelling. You don't need to be crying every second of the day. You literally have cut demons' heads off before. Yes, you're asleep. I don't care. Just you don't have to be this. It's Shinji. Shinji from Evangelion. Get in the goddamn robot. So your dad doesn't love you. He built you a robot. Get in it. It's just
I think those
every
characters are going
time.
to be redeemed in later seasons, but it is a lot. I will
You're on
admit it is a
season
lot.
3. There's
Yeah,
been no. The only redemption I'll give you is the one with the pig's head. I've seen some funny bits with him, and he's less like he's not after the main character as much anymore, which seemed
hmm
like a big part of it.
Well, I think at the end of season 3, the other character who's lightning based and wears orange, I can't remember his name to save my life. The one that whines all of the
I
time.
refuse to learn his name.
Yeah, he's I believe going to be getting a redemption because he's locking in at the end of this season. So I think later seasons you'll actually see some character development from him, which I am looking forward to.
Well, I will wait for you to watch it and then to tell me this, and then I will watch the fan cut series where they cut most of his stuff.
Oh my goodness.
And again,
I'll
I've seen his fights, and they look
yeah.
great. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking. There's nothing wrong with the show itself. It's just I personally cannot stand the person who plays the actor. It's
And
just
I can
oh,
completely understand that. I'll also honorable mention for Jujutsu Kaisen.
you always do.
I can't not recommend this enough. It's such a good storyline, and just would you call it shonen? Honestly, the main character keeps getting even more like OP,
Yeah,
and yeah,
yeah. I would.
it's
I'll put in there.
it's top tier animation too. Highly recommend it.
Although, if we're gonna recommend a classic that you love, Girls and Panzer, I'm doing it. I know we've seen it 1,000 times. It's not
Yep.
2024. It's although one could be, if I remember, 2025 maybe the next film.
Is there
There's
really?
enough. There's more films coming out. Yeah, we've only watched season one in the film. There is Das Fani. There's like 6 of them, I believe, if I remember correctly. It's been a while. I've been waiting for them for all to come out so I can watch them as one whole thing. I've
You and
seen bits and
Tankery.
bobs. Give me war. I don't know why.
You and
I'm
Tankery.
I'm Oakenshield in The Hobbit. Oh, we'll have war. I like war. We don't
Oh my
have much
goodness.
of it.
Well, yeah, but we don't. Okay, fine. I'll give it to you on TV.
Would
All
you
right.
rather me watch war or be in it?
I'd rather you watch it.
I mean, we're
Oh my
getting
gosh.
close.
Don't even. No, no. We're
Yeah,
not going
we
political.
don't.
That's not the type of show we have here. Oh my gosh. Well,
Well,
speaking of
speaking of war,
war, I will mention Nausicaa and the Valley of the Wind.
very very heavy war things in that. Yep.
Yeah,
It's a
very.
small village being taken over by a fight they don't even know is going on.
Yeah, very post-war apocalypse kind of life as well. Like entire forests that have been taken over and ecosystems that are repairing themselves.
Would you say
And
almost Fallout levels?
almost, almost, yeah. With the fact that they need to wear like masks in order to protect themselves from what
The
I
forest.
believe is probably radiation, and the forest like healing itself. It's kind of like heavy on environmental messaging again. Is that another Ghibli
Studio Ghibli.
film?
Yep,
Yeah.
one of the first, I believe.
Oh, it's a really good story. I'm glad that you showed me that this year. This is it.
It's the fact that you've not seen a lot of Studio Ghibli is shocking to me. I thought everyone who liked anime would go through the back catalogue of Ghibli.
I watch
But
isekai
yeah, I know.
and shonen. That is mostly what I watch. So Studio Ghibli is really very
I
very
mean,
refreshing.
you've seen Spirited Away.
I've seen Spirited Away, Totoro now. I think we watched that this year as well.
Yes, we watched
Um,
Totoro.
The Cat Returns, I think, is also Ghibli. Howl's
Yep.
Moving Castle,
hmm Pompoko, Porco Rosso.
Porco. Porco Rosso is this
Yeah,
year too. Oh
can't,
man,
can't. Not released this year. Obviously, we watched it this
no,
year. I've been trying to
yeah,
force Skylar to watch all of Studio Ghibli, except for the newest ones. Something about the newest ones have not been the best. But I do want to quickly mention Bochi the Rock. We watched that this year, obviously.
that was a really fun watch. Honestly, the accuracy to the music behind it, and just it's got heart. You want to root for the main character. I
And
swear.
some hilarious animation.
Oh,
When she's on the
of
floor
course.
screaming.
Just turning into a block of static. Yeah, I gotta thank Slade for that recommendation, as well as the My Dress Up Darling.
Which really something I would not usually watch. I mean,
Yeah, just a
I think this has
fantastic.
opened up watching more like different animes.
Yeah, like it's kind of slice of life, very romance, very, will they, won't they? But will they? But won't they? Will they? Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. You know they will. Um,
But
and
maybe
you
not.
so maybe not yet, but you know they will. Yeah, no, and the season 2 of that has also been confirmed.
Which is
Re-
I know a lot of people are looking forward to. I hope
yeah,
it gets the attention it deserves because that show was surprisingly good.
surprisingly good. Yeah, and some of the animation, like the steps that they took to make the animation stand out, like in the festival at the end, the fireworks were
Oof.
fantastic. I remember noting in a previous episode of the Anime Corner where they just like used like still images and maybe drew over them and animated over it in like some shopping scenes. So that they chose their battles.
Yeah, sometimes obviously when you make anything, shortcuts are used.
Yeah.
CGI and AI of now, AI is the future of everything,
Mm.
which is annoying. I mean, we've literally seen billboards that said stop hiring humans. That's
No.
happened in our
Support
lifetime.
artists, please. Oh my gosh. It makes me so mad. So, what are we looking forward to next year?
Well, obviously, One Punch Man season 3. Sorry, it's going to
Of
be
course.
Is it Garo? I always forget his name.
Garo.
The hunter, the hero hunter versus Saitama.
I've
And
seen
if you've
some
seen the
spoilers.
manga,
I've seen some spoilers of the manga. I am looking forward to those
they
fights.
better go full out in this. I don't care if
They-
they have to shut down the company like Redline. Make it great. Go out on top.
to make this like a Dragon Ball Z fight sequence and have it over the course of like 8 episodes, please.
Oh yeah, I don't want any talking. Just fight the entire series. It could be 2 episodes of setup and then just fight the rest of it.
I've heard space is involved, and that means no dialogue.
No, they will talk.
It's just not on a like a Yu-Gi-Oh level where they're explaining what's happening in the fights. No, I just want the fights, please. And so far they've been good. I'm hoping that the studio holds true to it. I swear. Like season 2 was okay. Season 1 was phenomenal. They went too hard though. And they spent a lot more money than they needed to, but
I believe they changed studios. I think season 1 to 2, which is why it was a bit different and everyone was complaining. I was just happy to get another season. I was like, keep making it, unless it gets to 7 Deadly Sins level.
oh no.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't.
was
If
it
it goes
Blue Lock
there,
season 2?
oh my god, Blue Lock.
No,
Let's not forget Blue Lock.
let's
But
forget Blue Lock, please.
also, we've got obviously Solo Leveling season 2.
I need it. I need it. I need more of it. Give me some Solo Leveling Arise. I want to go see the movie too. I think it's out in theaters here. I need
think
it.
that is just season 1 again, though. If I'm
That's
right in
fine.
thinking.
I'm
There's also
okay
a
with
video
that.
game or mobile game called Solo Leveling Arise just came out, I think. So I remember I keep seeing Arise everywhere. Solo Leveling.
It's his catchphrase. Oh, the movie Solo Leveling Reawakening.
Reawakening. Okay, yeah. So Arise must be the video game then.
I think you're right. Yeah. I need more of it. It's so angsty. He's so overpowered, and that is exactly up my alley.
We've had
I need it.
some absolute bangers this year for isekai and fighting and OP characters.
I've loved anime this year. I've had so much fun watching all of these.
Again, Failure Frame you could stop making that though. You don't need another season. Just don't.
From what I hear, the manga's really good, and all of the fans of the manga are so mad.
The manga, I'm sure is great, and people who like it, I'm sure you love it. But anyone who actually likes the anime, you need to go to a doctor and ask for a head scan. it's terrible.
It's so bad. It's like watching a train wreck.
Just some other things. Obviously, humanity does not allow for us to watch every anime that's been released, and our own likes and hates, of course, are our own opinions. We'd love to know.
Anime podcast.
Yeah,
we are entitled to our opinions here.
We may be wrong with our opinions, and we'd like to know if you think that. So, what did you like of 2024? You looking forward to 2025? I think Christmas time is here. Everyone's a little bit happier. Maybe enjoying some well-deserved time off. I think this year has been a drain on most people. I think it might be a good time to recharge your batteries, watch some anime, have some hot cocoa, and just relax. Enjoy yourselves.
And just relax. Well, again, thank y'all for joining us here on BAP. And thank you for joining us on this special Christmas episode. This is not our normal format. I don't know if we explained that at the beginning, but our next episode has yet to be determined, I think. We've not.
This will be episode 2. I think we'll save that as a little treat for the start of episode 2. It will be in the name title, most likely. But did you want to open up that Christmas stocking, that last little crumb on the bottom of the sock? Tell them our little news from this year.
Oh yeah, tell the listeners our news. Yeah, we got engaged.
Way we got engaged.
Yeah.
It was a secret even to Sky.
Yeah, I was so surprised. You actually sent the package of the ring to me at my house while you were here.
Yeah, that was hard to hide from you. Thank God for family sending stuff at the same time. And so 2024 roundup, pretty good. I'd say about 80% great, 10% okay, and about 10% why. Why did they make these?
Yeah, I can stand behind that. Well, thank you for joining us here at BAP. This is Skylar signing off.
And this is Jaka. Have a Merry Christmas from BAP.